Hi, everyone. I'm the Golf Fanatic, but you can call me John. I want to thank you very much for purchasing my product. My goal with this program is to share with you some of the knowledge that I've learned over the last 40 years, which is going to allow you to play all the free golf you want to play at private country clubs all across this fine country we live in. This is a skill that you're going to be able to take with you for the rest of your golfing days. So you're going to be able to do this in the community where you live. You're going to be able to do this if you go visit friends and relatives in different parts of the country. You can plan golf vacations around this. You'll have to plan it and do it a little in advance, but I'll show you how that all works. So let me tell you a little bit about my background first so we can get started. My first experience with private country clubs and private golf courses was in 1975. My family and I had moved down to Southern California, and I played on a high school golf team, and our golf team was fortunate enough to be able to play out and practice at a very beautiful private country club. And this was my first experience at one of these places. And, I get to go there every day and practice. And the range was amazing. The greens, it was so manicured. It was absolutely beautiful. And fortunately, about half the golf teams we played in high school, those teams also played at and practiced at private country clubs. So that's where we had our matches. So I got to play a bunch of private country clubs as a kid. And it really had an impact on me. It's just beautiful out there. There's hardly anybody ever out on the golf course. And it really, really took me in. I really loved the experience. Let's fast forward now 20 years. It's 1995. I was an entrepreneur, and I had a business that was really successful and allowed me to be in a position where I could actually join any private country club that I wanted to where I lived. So I thought to myself, I remember back to those times when I was a kid and how much I loved going to each one of those private country clubs. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go out and visit every single private country club in San Diego County, because that's where I lived at the time, and I want to see exactly what they have to offer. I want to look at their whole facility. I want to know what they're all about, and then I'm going to make a decision where I want to join. So my journey began, and I found to my utter amazement that there were about 30 private country clubs in San Diego County. So I methodically went through the list and contacted the people that ran the country club in the membership area. And I went out, and over a 3-month period, I went out and visited and played golf at all 30 private country clubs in San Diego County. Now, I got to tell you, this was probably one of the funnest 3-month periods of my life. I was playing 2 to 3 different private country clubs each and every week for almost 3 months. And I was playing them all for free. I was being invited to these country clubs to play golf. My wife and I at the time were being invited to sit down and have dinner, to see how their chef was. When I was out on the golf course, I couldn't pay for any food at the turn. If I came in afterwards and wanted to have a couple beers or anything like that, they didn't even accept cash. And everything was free. And I was just like a kid in a candy factory. I couldn't believe it. And as I was playing these country clubs, I said, is this real? I just keep going place to place to place. And it finally hit me, why would I want to join one of these country clubs when I can play almost anywhere I want to and be treated like royalty and play free golf? So over the last 20 years, I have used this strategy to play literally hundreds of private country clubs all across the United States. It works in Northern California. It works in Southern California. It works in Arizona. It works in Nevada. It works in Florida. It works in Texas. It works in New York. It works in Georgia. It works everywhere. Okay? And now we're going to get into the next tape we get into. We're going to talk about exactly why it works and the things that you need to do to make it work.